out here in St. Cloud, Florida, where we're looking at this broker listing for a self-storage facility. Little portfolio. This is the biggest asset. The other ones are small, 5,000 square feet, not too far away. But every deal we have done in the past has been off market. We're starting to look at more broker deals to find more opportunities. We have capital that we need to place, and we're just looking at broker deals to make offers on all those opportunities. Direct mail campaigns and the cold calling have not produced enough opportunities for us, so we have to go where there's opportunities. And so the broker listings are typically, in my opinion, overpriced. But for us, we got to come out here and look at the asset, make offers based on our investor desires for their returns and what makes a good deal for us. And so we're out here looking at these deals and presenting offers. So we're gonna make offers on multiple deals, not only for off-market deals, but on-market properties to maximize our deal flow and get more opportunities, baby. Bang, bang. So obviously on these properties, we're looking for add value opportunities. And for this property, we can add value by increasing the rents, but we have to make the property safe and secure for customers, comparing us to, extra spaces close by and public storage. So we have to be similar to them. And so the first thing we have to do is make an automatic gate. I'm told that every day someone comes in, opens it at 7, closes at 7. So for us, we're gonna put an automatic gate in the property and automate the systems for customers coming into the property. Helps us also lock out people who don't pay for the units. And so everything else on this property just needs like a lipstick. So the doors look faded and old. The property needs to be pressure washed. So it's pressure wash, paint the facility. Looks like there's, some areas have more lighting than others. So some extra lighting to make it more safe and secure at night is one of the things we would do. These latches, like every single latch almost looks like it's old, like it's rusted. Like 90% of them are rusted. So essentially, as tenants move out, we would just change out the latches. So those are costs that you gotta put into your underwriting for CapEx, because those are things that are gonna occur. There's a lot of little dents and dings on the buildings as I walk around and I see. So those are issues that we wanna maintain and put into our CapEx budget. But mostly it's gonna be on this facility so far, automatic gate, paint. From the aerial photos, it looks like the roofs need to be sealed, which will help us maintain the life of the roof, of a metal roof, for about 10 to 15 years. It comes with a warranty. And so these are some of the initial CapEx expenses that we're gonna put into our underwriting to come up with our deals to see how this, whether this makes a good deal or not, and base our numbers around that, and then create different offer options, some with bank financing and some with seller financing, to present multiple offers to the seller, give them options, and hopefully get a deal done here. So obviously, it's not good when your facility has graffiti on the walls. Not sure who's coming here at night. If people are getting in at night, somebody apparently closes the gate at 7 o'clock. But when you have graffiti, I wouldn't feel comfortable storing my stuff here. Like, am I gonna get gang violence in the middle of the night? Are they gonna steal my stuff? I don't know. So I would paint this place up, secure it better, and make it feel better for your mom to come and store at our facility here. So some of the changes we would make initially. So this is another part of that portfolio sale. It's a small, like 6,000 square feet property. Harder to do anything here to make it secure and safe. I could put a fence here on this line or over this line. I'd ask these people I can engage in their property to put up a fence and maybe like a little roll gate where people have to open it themselves. There's enough driveway space to do that. But the reason we want to do that is because we don't have loiterers. So although you might have a sign that clearly states no loitering, you still have loiterers. And so you don't want that. You don't want that guy hanging out in front of your unit when you go to visit it. So if you could put up a gate here on this property too. So on this gate, you could have like a roll gate potentially going up and against this property, but it would have to be manual. The people will have to come here, use the code, open the lock, open it, hopefully close it. This property probably needs some cameras also. It has some lighting. I would add additional lighting here. And that's pretty much it.
It wouldn't be worth it to have like a full electronic gate.
On something like this, a full electronic gate, be like 15 grand, more than that because it has no fence at all. So I would not put it on this property, but I would do something to deter the loiterers. Just taking a look and seeing if there's any issues with the building. So based on the aerials I saw, I think the roofs need to be sealed. I'd paint the roofs, pressure wash, maybe paint the doors a different color than all white, just so it stands out a little bit more, that self-storage. Overall, it's not bad looking. Those wooden ballers won't do much against a U-Haul truck. I'd put the concrete ones, yes. But overall, I think it's a good little spot. It's close to the highway, so better visibility I'd see if we could put a sign on this like pole or something. They got this like painting on this door, but this visibility can attract people to call. And then we have other units that if this is full, the other units can be rented out because we own the other properties nearby. But all of them have locks, so it looks like they're all occupied. It is very common that storage owners utilize their own storage. Obviously, especially mom and pop people, owners utilize their own facility for store their items. We bought one property in Lake Placid. The guy had like 10% of the units were occupied by him or his family for free or discounted rates. Yes, we would want to make sure that that is accounted for in our underwriting. Obviously, that's in the due diligence process to make sure we're aware of, what units are actually not bringing in any kind of rent. This backside's the issue. This backside's the issue. If you gate that, you have to gate this. There's not as much space. There's space this way. But say you go in that side, you come out this way, now what do you do? Like, you pull out your car, get out of your car, close the gate. It's a little...
You would put a fence like right here?
I don't know, it depends if I can make the gates go, both gate situations easy, or where it makes sense. Because over here, over there, there's plenty of driveway space to pull in, get out of the car, undo the lock, open the gate. But over here, if you only want one entrance because then they have to back up to get out. You want it to be able to pull through. So if they pull through from here, they open the gate that has a lock on it. They open the gate that has a lock on it over here to get out. So that one's locked. They pull through. Now they open this gate. They come out. Now they gotta be probably halfway in this lane. Get out of their car, close the gate, back, lock it. Some people just leave it open, So that could be an issue because their cars can just stick out on this little roadway. It's a little side alley, but so you gotta put yourself in the eyes of the customer to see like, is this convenient? Is this inconvenient? Is it worth having a gate here? Or is it worth having a cheaper price and not having a gate? So obviously the gate's at an expense. Will it bring that much more income? It's hard to say for just this, 5,000, 6,000 square feet.
If you're looking to buy self-storage and you want help doing it the right way, there are 2 links below you should know about. First is the self-storage script. It's the exact outreach and follow-up system that helped me buy 19 facilities in 5 years. Second is self-storage creators. That's where we do weekly mentorship calls, break down real deals, and where I personally underwrite your deals so you don't overpay or miss something critical. If you're serious about buying storage, not just watching YouTube, these links are where to start.
So this is the third and final property of the portfolio sale. So just taking a look at what we can do here to make it safe and secure, add some lights, some cameras, fix some of these issues. And the paint doesn't look bad. I maybe paint the doors a different color so it stands out. The blue on blue is kind of hidden. You can't really want the doors to pop. Fix that gutter. We only replace the doors when they no longer open. So if it has a dent or ding, I really wouldn't do anything with it. Try to pop it back out, fix what you can. But other than that, really nothing. It's right on the street. There's a big lot there that allows us to be seen actually. So I'd maybe put something on the other side of that building for signage. It's pretty much in a neighborhood, which is good for close people to rent. You have, it's really like a second garage. That person doesn't have a garage, so you can rent a unit. Pretty much like the garage, it's right there. But I'd probably, again, it goes to the question, do we put a fence? Does it make sense to put a fence around the property to secure it a little bit more? Instead of random people, can kind of break into it whenever they want. So we want to secure the properties first and foremost. So it definitely still does need a paint job. You can see the cracks in the stucco. So obviously the sun beats on the property over here. So this is all looks different than the other side that has a little bit more coverage, shade coverage. But I would probably put some kind of fence here, probably not automated, but I'd put something here so it just kind of wards people off. I'd see and call about this property here, this land, and see if this guy would sell the land and we can build additional self-storage here. So if we could buy this property, then there's some good add value there, and maybe a partnership if he doesn't want to sell it, or see what's possible. But could be some opportunity if we could buy this property and expand and add probably another 20,000 square feet, maybe only 10,000, depends what the density is or the acreage. So possibility there on this, but overall pretty easy property where you just paint it, gate it, cameras, lights, some signage, and you got a more secure and better asset than we have when we bought it. If we're ever looking to expand, we always get a feasibility study to see the supply in the area. Is there a lack of 10 by 10s? Is there a need for more bigger units, 10 by 20s? And so we get a feasibility study to determine what we should build, how much square foot, what the unit count should be, the unit mix should be. So we always lean on a third-party service to get those kind of numbers. But roughly, you can build about 10,000 square feet per acre for a single story.
If you want to see more walkthrough videos like this, make sure you hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you on the next one.